All right, I think you know what happened in the Senate. I just want to open with a comment. It was what can I say? I didn't know it was going to happen. It was only about 2 minutes beforehand. I didn't even have a time to read it. And this is not unusual what happens in the Senate, what they actually do. I was a bit upset that I wasn't given the time to respond properly to it. I was denied that right yesterday on the floor of Parliament to actually speak to it. Again, today I felt that. Senator Wong made sure it was only 30 minutes. I wasn't aware of that. That's why I let other people get up to have their say. Then I could have counteracted that, but they cut it off. Gallagher got up and cut it off, and this is what happens to me all the time. 5 minutes was not long enough for me to respond to it, and but anyway, I tried to explain to the Australian people how I feel about it and why I've stood my ground with regards to this. And that's what I'm saying now. It's about the Australian people. I have the utmost respect for the heart of our democracy, which is that Parliament. I do respect the Australian people. I have the utmost respect for people that have come here for a new way of life. But those people that actually come and pull me up and they say, Pauline, we're a migrant that have come here. Please stand, strong and tall in what you believe in, because we love Australia and we don't want it to become like the place we've left. So I do have a lot of migrants that do support me. My position on banning the burqa, and I still stand strong by that, if they really believed in what they were saying, they didn't want to ban the burqa, yet they denied me the right to wear it on the floor of Parliament. There is no dress code on the floor of Parliament, yet I'm not allowed to wear it. So to me, it's been hypocritical. I'm not going to answer to the Parliament or the members in there, because to tell you the truth, I don't have respect for most of them. I think they say one thing and do another. That was the heart of the democracy, to allow me to move my private member's bill, to debate the issue, then put it to the vote. They have denied me that right, not on this one occasion, but previously as well. And I think that needs to be questioned also. I'm censured. Does it really worry me? No, it doesn't. For 7 days, not at all. I'll stand my ground on what I believe in. I will continue to do so. And, it will be the people that will judge me. I will be standing for the next election in Queensland, and I will let the people of Queensland judge me whether I have earned my place to be re-elected again or not. I will not let these people here judge me.
Senator Hanson, can you just explain what the point of all of this is? You've worn the burqa in there twice now over a course of 8 years. You've been kicked out for 7 days. Your bill's not even going to be debated at this point. So what's the point? What have you achieved by doing this?
It was never, they were never intending to debate the bill. And the first time I wore it, was about, there was no dress code in the chamber. And what I wanted to do was set a precedent there that let's decide on it. They threw it out. They wouldn't even vote on it, did nothing about it. They threw it out. If they had done that 7 years ago, I would never have been able to wear the burqa. When I introduced my bill yesterday, straight away, without even getting through introduction of the bill, they shut it down. One voice, that's all it takes. There was two. Tammy Tyrrell from Tasmania denied me that right, and so did the Greens. So without even allowing me to introduce the bill, they denied me that right. Why? If you think that the Australian people are on their side, debate the bill, let it go to the vote, and then the decision's made. But they denied me that right. And when they denied me that right to ban the burqa, well, if you don't want to ban the burqa, then I'll go and put it on. And that's exactly what I did. And that even upset them more. You don't want to ban it, but you don't want me wearing it.
Can I just understand why you're putting this on the agenda? Are you aware of any incident in Australia?
It's not about incidents, you know, it's not about incidents. It's the same thing as what I put up about climate change, or I put up about immigration policies, and I've spoken against multiculturalism. It's having a vision for the future, where the country's headed. These buggers in here have no idea about that whatsoever. So what it's about is having vision and seeing what's going to happen in the future. That's why I've spoken about multiculturalism. And now, I was ridiculed for it at the time. Now you have even John Howard has come out and said it hasn't worked. Other leaders of other nations said it hasn't worked. We are multiracial, people from all different cultural backgrounds, but we must be Australians, all treated equally under one law. That's why I have brought this about with many things, even with climate change. I've been the one who opposed even COVID-19, you know. I've opposed the voice based on it wasn't equal rights for all Australians.
Senator, why now? You've done this 7 years ago. Why are you doing it now?
You didn't listen to my explanation, I'm sorry. I said it was not a requirement in the Senate, and I spoke to Senator Ryan at the time. He said there is no dress code for the Senate. So therefore, and did you listen to my explanation? I said because I did, and I explained that. I raised it yesterday to do it. They didn't want to ban it. They wouldn't allow the conversation, so therefore I thought that it won't have it. Yeah.
The coalition is about to have a debate on immigration. Did that inform your thinking at all in the timing of bringing this issue of the Burqa back to Parliament?
No, it didn't. Nothing to do with it.
Do you have specific
Senator Hanson.
examples of how?
Sorry.
Do you have specific examples of how wearing the Burqa is a threat to national security?
It's not only just national security. If you cannot wear a helmet into the bank or any other venues where they tell you to take it off, why is the burqa any different? Why is it that when women can drive around wearing the burqa and they commit an offence on the roads, that police officer can't identify who they are? It's a lot of things that are security risks. It also comes to the fact that we're going to have digital facial ID. So where does that come in the scheme of things? Are we going to treat one group of people totally different to every other Australian? Still.
On radio this morning, Barnaby Joyce left the door wide open for joining your party as early as the end of this week. At the end of your dinner last night, what was your view? You confident he's going to come across?
I think he enjoyed dinner. I made him a damn good dinner.
Okay, thank you.
But anyway, well, I told you I was going to wine and dine him, and hopefully, well, we'll see what happens. It's still the final decision has to be up to Barnaby. But anyway, he got a good GR steak. This gentleman here.
Senator Hanson, when you did this 7 years ago, you were a party polling at single digits, around 4 to 5% when you first wore the burqa in the Senate. Now you're polling at 20%. So do you seriously think that 1 in 5 Australians support the position that you want to put forward? And do you think that at this point you're on the verge of becoming mainstream? Why go back to what many people see as a fringe issue as opposed to perhaps broadening the agenda to other issues that Australians are clearly talking about, like the cost of living?
Look, I totally agree with you. It is very important to the Australian people, especially with our policies of getting rid of climate change and bringing in an energy policy, which I'll be introducing at the end of the week. So, and the cost of living, totally agree. The farming sector, agriculture, industries, manufacturing, very, very important, high on my agenda, as is family law. National security has been a big issue, and it's also about women's rights, you know. These women who are actually forced to wear the burqa, which don't want to. This is not the Australian culture or Australian way of life. I'm not having a go at it as religion. And people, they're confused. It is not a religious requirement. I respect people of different faiths. I don't always agree with their religious beliefs, but that's not the point here. This is Australia. And 24 countries around the world, including Islamic countries, have actually banned the burqa. So we have to take note of this. Why have they banned it? And mostly it's because they want assimilation. And, you know, I'll state that case. Like I said, the people will judge me. And if I direct people, go to my social pages, listen to the feedback on these radio stations that I've had, and they've told me overwhelming support for myself on this issue. I was pulled up, I came out of the gallery to meet a couple of friends who arrived today. They've actually said, good on you, you know, respect what you're doing, don't give up. That's a public, as I said, the people will judge me. not the politicians here who believe they have all the answers, which they don't. That's why this country is in one hell of a mess.
Senator Hanson,
I'm going to take two more questions.
Senator Hanson, so just on the Burqa, you talk about the future of Australia and maintaining an Australian culture. Is it just the Burqa that you have a problem with, or are there other religious, cultural symbols that you also have a problem with? Something like the hijab, but also turbans for Sikh people, perhaps. Is it just the Burqa that you have a problem with?
As I said, full face coverings. That's what the legislation was about, full face coverings. And the fact is, you know, Islamic fundamentalism, that concerns me. Radicalisation that's happened in this country, Sharia law in some parts of our suburbs, that concerns me, you know. And standing up for women, being able to wear what they want to wear and not being suppressed by the males who want to take them back, you know, hundreds of years. And if people of this parliament screaming out all the time at the Greens and everyone about women's rights and everything like that, but you ignore what is happening, female circumcision that is happening, control of the women, young marriages to women, isn't this important? Are we just going to ignore all this? Well, I'm sorry, I won't. I will keep standing my ground with regards to this.
So it's solely the Burqa.